Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video in the infamous, controversial 279E on Prokhorovka on an encounter battle. I'm actually in a 3-man platoon of them. Now, before I get into the game, I just want to say that at this moment I've looked at the map, I've looked at the matchmaking, and I've said to Spandex and Felix, do you want to go to the 1-2 line, get next to each other, and just drive side by side and just push straight up the 1-2 line, and just not stop? Just because I thought it'd be funny to do, but unfortunately my plan's not going to work out for me that way, but you'll see that in a moment. This tank, I'm just going to put it out there, is it awkward to pan? Yes. Is it OP? No. A mouse and a Type 5 Heavy, actually the Type 5 Heavy requires premium to pan, but it's easier to pan than this, but the mouse is a lot harder to pan than this thing is. Now, this thing is faster than a Type 5 and a mouse, and it's got a better gun than the mouse, although the Type 5 is a better gun than this. But it's just not that hard to kill. Frontally, as I said, it is awkward. Very small cupola that's still 230mm thick and the awkward hull, but if he's slightly angled, he's easy to go through. If you get round him to the side of him, he's a lot easier to pen than the rest of the Tier 10 Soviet Heavies, because all the other Tech 3 Soviet Heavies have either spaced armor, or in the case of the IS-4, much thicker armor than this thing does on the side. So, to conclude, its armour, it's awkward to pen from the front, but not as awkward as some other tanks. Now you see, as I was heading to the 1-2 line, I actually get spotted, and I don't want to risk pushing over now I've been spotted, in case I just get shot up in the side of this tank, because I used to play this, I've probably found out, this thing has a very large ammo rack. When you get shot on the side, you usually get ammo racked. So very large ammo rack in this. I've now changed plan, I'm just going to go center. And you'll see, on Prokhorovka, there's an artillery. Now, on Prokhorovka and Malinovka, there are some maps where artillery are much more dangerous than others, because on this map and Malinovka, there's a lot more places they can hit you. Now, by the way, this tank here is interesting, because the FV4202 only has HESH as its premium, meaning it doesn't have high pan HESH, meaning that against the front of an FV4202, the 279A, unless he hits my cupola, he can do nothing to me, basically, if I just point straight at him. Right here's the important part. The artillery's been spotted. I'm going to angle for the FV4202, and I'm going to ignore him. On Malinovka and Prokhorovka, do everything you can to kill the artillery first, as quickly as you can, where it's safe to do so. Don't suicide in for it. But now that their artillery's dead, they have to spend the whole game worrying about artillery, given the fact there's hardly anywhere they can actually hide from it, and we don't. So I can now sit here behind this rock, knowing that the rock will protect me from the TDs who might be on the train tracks, and not have to worry about getting hit by the artillery, so... Like, if you can get to the artillery quick on Malinovka and Prokhorovka, you saw it in my T-32 game earlier in the week. The team went around the field and killed the artillery, and when the artillery was dead, the whole game on these two maps is so much easier. So I'm just farming this F4202. The 907, I'm assuming that was, is firing heat at me from the hill, I don't mind that. Get a fire kill. I'm going to poke around the rock carefully, because they still have the TD up and it's a waffle E100, so one of, if not the most dangerous tanks in the game. One shot in the side, I get ammo rack, I'm going to repair it. And now, I can just push to the centre and stay there, because again, I don't have to worry about artillery. Again, nice shot across the map on the Chieftain. Now, the Chieftain's going to start backing up and then stop to aim at me, which is the wrong move. So, you see him stop there. Big mistake. I nailed that shot. The gun on this thing's a bit lackluster. It's got worse rate of fire than the IS-4, slightly better aim time and gun dispersion, but I've said before, I think this is possibly the second worst gun of Tier 10 heavy tanks. I think only the mouse has a worse gun than this thing does. Now 5 degrees of gun depression isn't very helpful either, but again with my armour, I don't mind coming up here, putting a shot into the floor plate. You see I'm very worried of that waffly 100. And now I'm going to keep my front towards the hill, and I'm going to start trying to kill the waffly 100 as a priority target, because he's the most dangerous tank over there. So you see him getting ready to try and help Felix, who's in a bit of a tight spot over there. And you see at the moment I'm 4,500 damage and 900 assistance. Aim at 907, the shot goes well and truly straight as an arrow into his lower plate, which is really nice. You see him trying to help Felix here, but unfortunately his tank is actually blocking my shot on E75, so there's nothing I can do to help him there. Don't quite have the shot at any of these guys. Now that's an E75, probably in my experience, one of the hardest things to kill in the game. Like, it might just be me, but I bounce off that thing's lower plate. Like, honestly, an E75 to me is harder to kill than a 279A, and I'm not even joking. So I had the heat loaded for the E75, had to fire a shot, and now send his tracks. I'm getting assistance here. I don't know who I'm spotting that the team are shooting that I'm getting the assistance for, but for me that just goes to show another good reason why coated optics on heavy tanks is a good thing. I use them on pretty much every heavy tank. This one's no exception, I've got the coated optics. As I come over here, my gun's going to get broken, and you're going to see the shot hits well and truly straight. And what I found is the first time I've had the gun broken and used it broken. This thing's accuracy with a broken gun is actually very Russian-like, because watch what happens here. I'm going to come over the hill, I'm going to aim at the E75, and I'm not even going to stop, and with a broken gun, just going to nail him like it was nothing. So, in terms of the gun being terrible, I mean DPM, aim time accuracy, but it still has even though it's a terrible gun, it still has that Russian factor. So you see a lot of heat shell, because I'm worried that my shot isn't going to go where I'm aiming. And then I see that the broken gun isn't actually really an issue for this tank, so I just go back to AP rounds because I don't need them. And what you're going to see is, as I aim at the 60 TP, and I fire the shot, it went a little high. Fortunately he died before my shot hit, but that shot would have penned him. So the one nice thing about this tank is that apparently, with a broken gun, it's not too big a deal, and I do not have the armor skill on this tank, bear that in mind, which is the skill that allows your broken gun to work slightly better. I can't remember the exact numbers. I don't think I'm going to get anything else this game, which I don't. Took hardly any damage. Again, I think because we killed the artillery so quickly, that was super helpful for our team. Just allowed us to go on the hill and be fine. When there's no artillery, there's certain positions you can use, where if there is artillery, you can't. So, this game, 76,000 profit. I think it's a high caliber for 6,012 damage, 2,400 assistance for 8,500 combined, 700 block, 4 kills. Only a first class though, because people are apparently doing quite well on this tank. But a nice game in the 279A on a map I usually hate, unless there's no artillery. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.